vicinity of planet UGP 1849A.
That's good at last. Least.
Something like this. But it's still not as good as TZ. You see how these things are formed? Like there are two levels. And sometimes they get stuck in the middle and a lot of dead ends. Oh fuck! Hi! I thought I could turn off night vision and still see something. Can do slow.
We'll have to scout for good planets all over again with Odyssey. That will be interesting.
Yeah. See, like these things on Echoes a lot. Like you think when you're here, you think it's a left turn, so you don't see anything. And then you come here, it's like, oh, that's crappy, right? But on TZ, this, on the good spot on TZ, this almost never happen. Like you don't get full. Thing is, the right turn is actually
I
a
have
right.
died so many times to that exact thing on Ichilus LOL.
Exactly, because you gotta boost before, right? You gotta boost before you see it. By the time you see it, it's too late. That's why I love TZ so much and I stay there so long, because it let me practice a lot of
Boost
things.
and pray, haha.
So far it's fine. Like I'm not boosting, I'm just gonna do slow and see how. I could do this in TZ all day and not run into any dead ends or bowls. Not boosting.
I need
just...
to check out TZ. Will do that this weekend at some point. Are there carrier S out there?
Oh, you haven't been there? You have to go there. If you like doing this, you gotta go there. I can do this for like 30 minutes and done. Like just 30 minutes of non-boosted, super low.
Went solo for like 10 minutes one time before I ever properly went hooning.
Oh wow. He's totally brand new to the game. Welcome to Elite. You're playing it wrong though. Shouldn't you try all the other things before you just go hooning and fall in love with? Because it takes some money, not a lot of money.
LMAO 1700 hours in, but I am new here.
Oh, okay. That's a lot. I think I had 900 before I joined. And now it's around maybe 1500. Yeah, because that's what I said earlier, right? It's like this is like the last thing, because you ran out of things to do, right? And then you go, oh, I never tried this. Let's fly spaceship like a spaceship. No, usually that's when people join. We have some new players too, but it just makes everything like way harder when you do it FA off. Some of them. Mining is easier, FA off, but combat is like, it's so high skill. Like FA on makes combat so much easier. So if you just start it and you want to make some money because they buffed the combat recently, and you're doing an FA off, it makes everything slower. It's obvious right turn, right? Okay.
I joined in pretty on. I never really played the game FA on.
Oh wow. I only play FA on until last year, the end of October, because I ran into Moxon's Wolf video again. I watched his video when we first started in 2017, and back then I was doing the passenger missions in Ria. There were no Robigo back then, so we were doing that in my Python. The Python got me the Anaconda money. And I watched his video once, inspiring. I was like, oh wow, you can fly like that. But then I stopped playing for a few years, so I never got into it. And then last year, October, I came in to update the voice profile that I share to people, because it was 2.6 and now it's 3.7, so I updated that. So in order to test your own voice profile, you gotta play the game, right, to test it. And during testing, you get a lot of YouTube recommendations of elite videos, and Mox and Wolf's video came up again. And this time I watched it from like the whole part 1, the 6 parts. I watched the whole part 1, the whole thing, and I go, oh wow, tethering, cool, let's do some tethering. So I was doing some tethering before I joined, even I was doing it. And then I got it, like 50% of it, and I was like, oh cool, I could keep my crosshair somewhat stable. So I look up, Newton's Gambit, and that's it. That's from there. That's all I do now in the game. I just fly. This is really good. It never gets boring. The other things I have to stop after an hour, like if I'm doing missions or mining. But this I don't stop. I don't have to stop. I usually stop after 30 minutes, but if I play with people like coming up weekend, there'd probably be around 7 or 8 of us who find a good spot and just fly. And it's a sight to see when at least 8 ships doing this together. It's dangerous, and the trails are beautiful. Everyone likes different colored trails. The exhaust trails, and they're intertwined like rainbow.
The most I've seen is 6, and that was fantastic.
Yeah, we had 12 2 weeks ago. Not everybody do this daily in the group. There's a lot of us who do AXI also. They're in AXI because it's perfect FA off for hunting Thargoids.
So I got into the game in October 2018, ended up in Colonia by day 7. I don't really remember how I chose that. Once I got back to the bubble, I started learning FA off.
Oh wow. So what ship did you use to go to Colonia? I went in Asp Explorer.
Weird career, LOL.
Yeah. So you weren't doing the road to riches. You just go because you want to see it, right? That's what I was doing. I just wanted to go. And just decided to go. Just okay. The Neutron Highways was brand new back then.
I did Road to Riches to get started, bought an ASP, unlocked Farseer, then went and blazed my own trail.
Yeah. That's the way, man. I think I fall asleep following the only thing I followed was the rare trade loop with the Type 6. Just trading rares. So that got me the Python money, and Python got me the Anaconda money. And Pain Knight got me the Corvette money.
I did mining, but oh man, I hated it.
I liked it. It's so chill.
Wasn't he my cup of tea?
Yeah, but the pay though, man. Like you do one, right? You do one run, an hour and a half in a Python. It would pay, you know, 2,000 rebuys. So that's totally worth it. I can crush this eagle 2,000 times. And I usually don't die. Like I die like maybe twice a week. Because I repair limpets, you know, HRP and all that. And I don't really risk too much. I don't get speed lock consistently like Sanderling and Beers. Those guys are crazy. Like Sav. They use the speed lock to go faster. They're not afraid of it, they're using it.
I've got more credits than I know what to do with, so I've been flying the way those three do. I'm just not as good as any of them, lol.
Yeah, but eventually you will. If you keep hanging out with them Achilles, you know, eventually you will.
Fake it until I make it.
Well, you're forced to, right? Because you want to catch up. Like it's what made me better, just flying with them. Like I did it for a month, and on my own, non-stop. Like I now I don't do this every day, maybe once every 2 days. But 2 months ago, I do this every day for 30 minutes. And it was after 2 months, around that time, that it clicked. That I start looking outside, and my hands just do its thing. And that felt really good. That felt so good. The first time that happened, it only lasted 5 minutes. And then it was gone. And then I had to look.
My first time flying with Sanderling was 5 days ago, and I've learned so much in the past 5 days about ship control.
Yeah. Yeah, when it brought me on a planet the first time, I wasn't even ready. I at least that's what I thought. I was like, I'm not ready, dude. I'm still tethering. And he's like, no, just do it. Just come. And I go, why? I go, no. You have to fly your ship to know your ship. You can't just tether. Because you're not pushing it. And then that makes sense to me. And I go, okay, let's do it. So I came down. And then I was making a lot of mistakes. I wasn't really doing anything. I was up high like everyone else who's first time on the planet. They're like this, right? The first time they came on the planet, they would fly like this. They're like, okay, oh, left turn, okay, right. And Sanderling saw me doing this, and he goes, no, don't do that. And I do what? He goes, go lower. And then I go, how low? And he said, as low as you can. And then, so at first it was like 50 meters, right? And then he showed me, and then he starts sipping beneath me, like boosting under me, like that. And I asked him, like, how low were you? And he said he was 8 meters. So then, after that, you know, I try to aim as low as I can, and I noticed it improved me like so much. After you try to go as low as you can, and I noticed why. Right? It's because the lower you are, the more you see the mistakes that you make, so you can learn from it. Your brain will adapt to it. If you're high and you make a mistake, nothing happened. So how are you gonna learn? If you're low, you make a mistake, you're gonna bang it. It's the same as tethering. You have to tether real close. And that was the most valuable lesson I had. Tuning slow and fast. As fast as you can, as low as you can. And see how long you can do it. Or how long you can survive without dying.
That's incredible, lol, he's crazy, and yeah, your control is amazing. I think I need to focus more on boost-based tuning and just staying low.
Yeah, just stay low, man. Like, it's so good because when you're low and you go slow, like 150 right now, right? It looks fast. So it makes you look better. If you're streaming, you're like, oh, you fly well. But it's so low, it's always in the blue zone, you see? 150. But it looks fast. But if you're high and you do 150, it's low as F. Look. This is 200. See it? It's like, what are you doing? You know, you're not what, right? But when you're low, yeah, it's 120. Looks dangerous already. But when centering does this, he does it at 450. At least 450. There's no way he'll do it in 250. He'll put him to sleep. For me, it's interesting because I need practice. These bichord, trichord, roll and yaw, and now it's not practicing much anymore. Now it's more like enjoying it. And 2 months ago I was practicing it. Now I'm just looking outside. There's no ship. It's just me and the rocks. I don't see the ship. Like, I don't even look at the numbers, you see. I don't even look down. Like the shields and the speed and everything doesn't matter. You can tell how fast you're going by, just going low.
The ship is just an extension of you going by feel.
Yeah. It's just like driving, right? Like, there's no way, you can't drive, you keep looking at the dashboard. The speedometer, you just drive. I learned so much from the guys, man. The beer, staff, sending, everybody really. And the magical thing is, after flying on the planet for like 2 weeks, everything became better. Like docking, tethering, combat, everything just, because you're finally flying your ship, right? And it made every activity easier. I like this part. This part's not bad. I think I keep my ship here for now. I kind of like the novelty of it. I flew TSAT so much that I actually recognize the place now. Like, they're a place that I'll go to.
Just adding scoop breaking to my day-to-day has made a huge difference, let alone everything else I've learned.
So boost scoop, right? Yeah. Yeah, so I was practicing that last month and I got it 2 weeks ago.
A boost scoop, yeah.
Yeah, like before I would be extremely scared to boost right now, like right here. Now it's fine. And that's from doing the race laps with beers and sending too. So there's a lap on T-set called Crucible, and you want to go faster and faster because it's a lap, right? It's a circuit, so you know what's coming up. So that helps with your boost timing and things. And then I practice that a lot too. So now I kind of know when to press it, when to scoop, when to release for a certain speed, for a certain maneuverability with the Eagle that I have. But I learned to boost with the DBS. Man. The DBS is a ship that taught me boost. Valuable ship. This ship used to kill me a lot when I boost, but now it's fine. And the Viper, I gave up.
I really struggle with in fast ships in Chief DBS. I've got it down more or less.
Yeah. Because it's so short, the duration of DBS is so short that one boost doesn't get it up to maximum speed. So you don't have to worry about always scooping or getting speed locked and everything. With the Viper 3 and 4, every boost will boost you for a second and a half, you know, that's in eternity. It's scary, because when you release the scoop, there's still some juice left, still some NOS. Fast and Furious. The Eagle is perfect, the Eagle is like 1 second. That's what I felt anyway. So it ends. The Viper doesn't end. You thought you ran out, you let go and
to build a Viper 4, not ready for a Viper 3.
Yeah. But if you're deciding between the Eagle and a Viper 4, because everyone says a Viper 4 is more agile, you should get both together. Just get the Eagle and Viper 4 and try them both. Because for me in a way, the Eagle is way better for me than the Viper 4, hands down. It's just easier. The Viper 4, even though it's more agile than the Viper 3, it still prioritizes the main thrusters a lot. So I need to fly differently. Like if I'm doing this turn in a Viper 3 or 4, I would have to do this. Like I would have to turn like this, like anticipate so much that, you know. But the Eagle, it's quite balanced, like the main lat and vert. So I can just roll it 45, pitch it 45, and just trichord, just use all these three key thrusts and do that. But with the Viper 4, you have to roll pitch yaw differently because the main thrusters is more powerful. That's what I felt anyway. So you kind of fly it differently. So try them both, man. Don't just go Viper. But if you're really good with the Viper, then you will be faster than when you're in the Eagle. So that's why
I think for Viper 4 you need to constantly spam boost. From what I've heard, it doesn't handle very well for its size without boost.
Yeah. Without boost, you will feel that the vertical and the lateral is lacking somewhat. So like now I'm braking with the lateral, right? Like the left. With the Viper 4, you don't feel as much. It's slowing down. You just keep going. So the brake, you actually don't brake, you drift. With the Viper, you just turn your nose and you just use the main instead of going left like right here. I'll just turn and use the main and the left. Well, I'm gonna log off here so that I can have a good time when I log back on when it's lit, maybe. Maybe, I don't know.
That's very odd. I'll probably like the Eagle more, but I'll build a Viper 4 just to try.
Yeah, to try. I have it. I have both. I'm just saying that if you can fly the Viper 4 as well as you can with an Eagle, then you will be faster in the Viper 4.
On UGP 184.
So that's why they do it, because they race. Yeah.
Coordinates for 50
Like I would always, no matter how good I am, I will lose for sure. In the Eagle, there's no way.
degrees longitude.
But I don't race with them. Why? Alright. I'll see you guys, dude. Thanks for watching.
LOL fair.
I'll maybe come back maybe in 2 hours.
07.
See if the other guys want to fly later. See ya.